Welcome in, everybody. All right, we're gonna adjust the camera a tiny bit. All right, woohoo! We are live now. This. Let me see what happens if I turn it around. Sorry. Does that? That actually does turn. But this is gonna bug me so badly. I should have written down what I did last time. But anyway, hey, what's up? We're just setting up. Thank you for coming in. And let me see. Let me lower the music. Welcome in. We're vibing. All right, yeah. So today we're going to make beats once again, but these are going to be different. So let me show you. Oh, do I have some from the other time? I do. Let me show you. So hopefully you can see. Okay, so this is going to be available in the man cave and she shed. Oh yay! I got an order of, and I got an offer as well. We're loving that. We're loving that. Thank you. Okay, yeah. So this will be available in the man cave she shed. Um, Raid train on Saturday, so be on the lookout for that. It's quite cute. Very nice, very nice, very nice. So, anyways, yeah, but I had it here just to hold the beads. So, the beads are like so. Hey, Marilyn, come on in. Okay, sorry about the sound. So these are the beads that we made. I forget if we made them live or if I made them myself. So yeah, so these are blue. Again, I am obsessed with the glowiness of stuff. So this have the glowiness factor. See? So normally they just look super cute, and then you put on black light and what? Yeah, I know. I hope you like it, Marilyn. It's quite cute. Yeah. So come on in, come on in. Yeah. So anyway, so today we're going to be doing some of these, but uh, let me just sorry about this. I just need to wrap them so that way I don't drop them somewhere. So these have already baked. These are ready to go. Hey, that gorilla girl. Hi, come on in. Thank you for joining us out in the YouTube sphere. Appreciate you being here. Oops, wrong one. Hey. Yeah. So we're gonna be, like I said, we're gonna be making. So I forgot. I'm good. How are you? Glad that you're here. I appreciate you being here. So yeah, I forgot how I set it up last time. I don't recall uh having this thing right in front of me. Uh, uh oh, I'm glad. Okay. Yeah, so like I said, we're gonna be making, so this might be a short one because these don't take a lot of time to do. These, and so I just kind of wanted to come on board and hey puppy, come on in. Thank you for being here. Appreciate you being here. You can definitely subscribe. We appreciate that. So anyways, yeah. So we're gonna be making clay beads like the ones that I just showed. Uh, so these have already baked, and so I like like the randomness of like the designs and stuff. Yeah. So so those are already baked, and so I'm gonna try to since I already have these packages open, I'm gonna try to use these because it kind of dries out pretty quickly. Oh no. Okay. So, like I said, I'm gonna explain what I'm gonna be doing. So we try to be super respectful and friendly and helpful and kind on this channel. So we definitely appreciate your right to feel whichever way you want, just not right now on the show and stuff, because we are definitely uh, all about being super positive and being inclusive of everybody. So, yes. So, if you're a kind and inclusive person, this is the place for you. So, yes. So, anyhow, we're going to be using lime green. We're going to be using hot pink. Oh, fantastic. I appreciate you being that way. And this, I think this is kind of like Caribbean kind of blue, I forget what it's called, like Cayman blue or something like that. Yeah, so it's like a cute blue. And then this orangey orange, super orange. So yeah, so we're gonna use those. And then so I have my tools for using this clay, but I always lose it, so I always keep this in on hand. So this is just like a used. Yes, it's cyan. Very good. Thank you. I appreciate you. Yeah, that's exactly what it is. So I do have the tools here, but I always lose them, and so I always have to get more. But I always keep, used cards are always super helpful when you're doing stuff with clay beads. I mean, with clay. So yeah, so definitely keep those, and then yeah, because then you can. I mean, what else are you going to do with it? Just throw away the card? You definitely could, but probably it's better if you don't. So yeah, hey, Junkie and her trunk, come on in. I appreciate it. We're making beads today. I appreciate you being here. Um, hey, Queen Drifts. I appreciate you being here as well. Help. Yeah. So because of the comments that were being made or whatever. No, but I think people are just wanting to be super inclusive and stuff like that. Oh, hello. Yes. I appreciate you saying hello. I was like, help. Well, we did have a bit of a thing, but I think we got the situation handled because, like I said, this is a friendly environment, a kind environment. We're inclusive. And if you're about inclusivity and kindness, then this is the right place for you. So, yeah. Well, I appreciate you being here. So yeah, once again, we're just making cute little clay beads, and so I'm using up the ones that are already open because they kind of dry up if you don't use them up quickly. So yeah, so I'm gonna try to use those, even though I already have some beads that I did with those colors before. But every time I can use the same colors, the same amount every time, and they're always different. So yeah, so it's never gonna be like the same. And I mean, to some extent, you do want sameness. But for the most part, people do. I myself like very randomness. I like the idea that things are different, even if you use the same stuff. Yeah. So the cyan, as gorilla explained or reminded me, this is like, yeah, I think it is the cyan. But I think Calypso. It's Calypso Blue. That's what it's called. Calypso Blue. And I tend to like it a lot. So I feel like maybe I shouldn't do this much because the other ones look very blue. I'll do just a little bit. I don't know. Can you guys even see now? I'm out. So I put this paper here so that I would. This kind of reminds me where my hands are visible. Oh, fantastic! Thank you for stopping by. I appreciate you. I appreciate you subscribing to the channel as well. Thank you. We'll see you next time. Okay. Okay. So then, once I cut the clay out, what I do is, I know you're sometimes. Hey. Lindsay Bureau. Come on in. So yeah, so a lot of people wear gloves, and that's like ideal because look, yeah, your hands will get colored. Now I like it. I like not wearing the gloves because with the heat of my hands, that actually helps for me to. It helps me be able to do this quicker and stuff. So yeah. Well, I appreciate you being here. Thank you. Yeah, this is kind of what I do. So I make bracelets and necklaces with vintage as well as new beads. So some of the beads are stuff beads that I've had in the past. So I mean, technically they're vintage as well, but I've just never used them before. And then I also make some beads as well, um, as what we're doing right now. Hey Chanel, how are you? Come on in. Thank you. So yeah, this demo shouldn't be too long because this should be fairly simple. Yeah. So basically, we just got this clay, Palmer clay. This is the brand, and this is the brand that I learned in my freshman year in college. The first social activity of Stern Hall at Berkeley was making these types of beads, and I had never heard of stuff like this before. Yeah, I came from like South Central LA, so we didn't do stuff like this. But I was quite excited to learn how to do it. So yeah, so right now I'm just trying to make it, just roll it out a little bit, and then I'm gonna twist and to make sort of like a spiral design. So yeah, so hopefully it works out. But even if my whatever I intended to do earlier doesn't quite work out, usually whatever does result, it's pretty nice. So it's a happy accident, and yeah. So no worries if it's not exactly what you intended it. Yeah, so I tend to use four colors, but that's my personal preference. There's people who use either one color, two colors, or whatever. Yeah, and there's different designs you can make. So, like for example, you could roll it out like just as if you were rolling like bread or something. Flatten it out, and then so you do all the colors that way. Then you put one on top of each other. Hey, James, come on in, and then roll it and then do a couple of those, put them together, and make them like the form of a flower. Yeah, there's lots of stuff you can do with these. But what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna try to do spiral uh, beads, um, and I'm thinking maybe spherical beads. Um, the ones that I did last time, I wasn't paying attention, so I kind of wanted to do sort of like a squarish looking one. Yeah, so these are nice. But yeah, so the idea now is now that I have the colors, you see, so it just happens to be that they were like this color, right? But what I'm gonna try to, I mean, they were in this order, and I like it. So yeah, so what I'm gonna now do is super simple. Just twist, slowly twist. See how like once you begin to twist, then you see more of the color, and then when you're twisting, you kind of putting a little bit of pressure, right? And then twist, 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 twist. And the more you twist, the longer it gets, and the more colors you see. So yeah, so you just slowly, you just put a little pressure, and then every so often, just kind of caress them to make sure that they're like um, not gonna break. Although if they break, that's fine. Like I said, there's no wrong way of doing this. This is just fun, not meant to be like, oh my gosh, stressful at all. No. Yeah, so I want to make like 10 of them for like a bracelet. I want to make a colorful bracelet for so most of you guys are on YouTube, but You guys should come over to Knickknacks. Knickknacks is like an amazing place to be. Here, let me show you. Actually, you know what? On YouTube, there's a QR code. You just point your camera to the QR code, and you can come to Knickknacks. And on Knickknacks, we can. There's all kinds of shows that you can watch. You can also bid on stuff that's being made. You can bid on vintage things as well. And Knickknacks is a marketplace that has a lot of different listings for items that you didn't even know you wanted or that you needed. So if you want to take a look, come on over to Knickknacks. We appreciate that. Come on over. Yeah, so do you see how like I continue to twist, and the more I twist, the more colors sort of combine a little bit. And so I like this more or less, this sort of combination, because I think that's kind of cute. Hey, welcome in, CK, and oh, Sandra D. I saw you in whose show was I in most recently, and I saw your name pass by. Probably Jen. I was most recently on Jen's live, and then before that, we were on Monica's, and before that, we were on. Who was I watching earlier? Oh, see, it broke, but it's okay because I was gonna break it anyway. So this is pretty good. Now I'm just gently caressing it just to make sure that like they're all touching. But even if they're not, like a little texture, it's not bad. So yeah. Well, welcome in, guys. Thank you guys for being here. I appreciate it. Let me see if you're able to see. Um, yeah, I'm gonna put it right here, and I think there's might be a delay uh, in my stream. I'm sorry about that. I live in a rural area, and that's kind of what we deal with. Sorry about that. Okay, so I'm gonna try to do it so that you can see what I'm cutting. I think it's gonna be like this way. Okay. So since I have two, I'm gonna go ahead and cut the two like so. Yeah, and these used up gift cards come in handy. Okay. So then once I have a little piece, this may be a little small, so I'm gonna combine the two. And so basically, you just putting a little bit of pressure on them just to get them to congeal together, and then just kind of turning and twisting, and that. Hey, the tarnished little what? Jen, did you rate me right now? What? No way. Oh, what? Yay! Oh, besitos. Thank you. Oh my gosh. What? Welcome in, readers. I am so appreciative of you all. So, oh my gosh. What? Well, I appreciate you guys being here. Do follow me if you're not already following me. We're just making beads today because, I like to make beads. Oh, thank you, Melzy. I saw your show the other day. Okay, so like, you know how Crazy Landlady came into your show and you were about to turn around and show us your face? Then we had a rolling blackout in my area, and I didn't actually get to see your face. So I feel like I missed out. But anyways, yeah, that was like hysterical because it was just at that very moment, and then all of a sudden, anyway. But yeah, so look forward to actually being able to see you. Anyway, so I am going to, but this one's not finished. I was going to run something for $1 because I so appreciate the rate. Well, I finished this one. It was kind of cute. I mean, like a little rose and stuff. Let me see if I can. Yay! Oh, amazing! Yeah. So, like, yeah. Hopefully, Jocelyn will come out to your show again, and and then you'll do that. Because yeah, yeah, like some of us didn't get, like I feel like we were deprived. So we're going to, I'm gonna add this. I'm gonna take a picture of it. It's kind of cute. It's an experimental piece. It's like a study. That's when I was practicing, if you will. But I think it's kind of cute. So hopefully you guys like it. I'll run it for. Sorry, so you guys know that I'm visually impaired. If you can't tell already, so I go a little bit slower than most folks, and yeah. So, but it's all good. It's all good in the neighborhood, and so I'm gonna run it for $1, and I'm gonna put it for like hopefully it's 30 seconds, and then. But I am going to do shipping because um, since I'm running it for $1, let's see. Appreciate you guys, your patience as I maneuver through this. It's, but thank you guys for coming in. So like I said, I am making colorful beads for a cool bracelet that will be part of the Carnival of Color. Yeah, that week. Yeah, so I want to. So most of the time I don't join the official knickknacks rate trains because as you can see it takes a while for me to figure this stuff out. So yeah, and but yeah, but I do participate by like putting together like stuff that could be uh, let me just do this, that can go on to the buy it nows, or the so basically I try to participate however I'm able to. So yeah, and I think this one's the auction one. Yay. Okay, move to stage. And by this time I probably lost all of you guys. Anyways, I'm running it. Did I already run it? I think I am running it. Oh, Jen Howard, thank you. Ah, you're so awesome. Thank you, thank you, thank you. It will be my pleasure to package this in a loving way and send it to you. It is a cute rose. It's pink and has some cute flowers in the back. Oh my goodness! Thank you so much, and I appreciate you so much for the raid, for buying this. Anyways, yes, thank you, thank you, thank you. What? Sunny Las Vegas is in here as well. Oh my lord. Yes, thank you guys. Oh my gosh, I'm so excited. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Yes, and earlier I got two other orders as well. So now this is the third one. And I love packaging stuff like that makes me happy. It's like my jam. So so you thank you so much. I appreciate you. Yay! Okay, so I'll package this and we'll go out tomorrow. I'm loving it. I'm loving it. Thank you so much. And I think I didn't move it too much. So yeah, so we were at the point where we had already made the colorful clay, and so now we're just gonna cut it up and make the beads. And like I said, I'm looking to make about 10 beads for a super colorful bracelet that I will have available during the Carnival of Color. And yeah, so that should be super fun. Okay, so and also I have made this bead already, and all I do is basically this Palmer clay. So for those of you guys who just joined me, um, this is Fimo, and this Palmer clay is the first social activity that we did in the dorm when I was an undergrad at Cal. Um, yeah, and so anyway, so that's how I learned how to do this, these types of beads. So yeah, so I can also make like little flowers or little hearts or you name it. And it's super easy to utilize this type of clay. It's a lot of fun. There's also little like molds and stuff. Like once you get like, if you really, you could really get into this, because then they have little tools and stuff. Yeah, you can make all kinds of stuff. So yeah, and then also allows you to utilize, you know, gift cards that are no good anymore. So yeah, I use it to cut almost like if I'm doing something else. And yeah, so I use it to cut the clay like so. Thank you guys for popping in. I totally get if you guys need to run over to bed. Yeah, so I appreciate that. Um, here you go. So yeah, so I just put a little bit of effort after once I cut it just to shape it a little bit. Although I like stuff that's not super uniform. And yeah, so then I'm using, oh, and this is my art comb. So I don't actually use it for my head. This is just for art. And so I like, but I think this one lost the sharpness. So I also use skewers as well. Let me see if this one's sharper, because I was having a hard time with the other one. Yeah, so basically you just put a little pressure and just kind of twist. Yeah, and that makes a little hole. Once you make the little hole, you can pull it out because this clay doesn't like fold on itself. And then once you put it in the, you can use like a little toaster oven. Each of the Palmer plates comes with like an instructions of like how many minutes, and then also how much, how high the temperature should be. And so you can dry them out, and once they're dry, then they won't lose their shape. So yeah, so those are really cool. And I love these because for the most part they all have the same temperature that you're supposed to use, and also the same amount of time. And so long as you have like, if it says like, except for example this one say 230 degrees Fahrenheit, so long as within that, you can have them in the oven for like the 30 minutes that are suggested. So, but you can also, like, if you forget, it's not a problem, because so long as it's not over 30 seconds, I mean 30 minutes, or 230 actually, they're not gonna like burn. Now, if it says 230 and then you put them in the oven for like a higher amount or temperature, then yeah, you could definitely burn these. And the smell is very toxic. So when they're burned, otherwise you won't even smell it. But yeah, but definitely don't cook at the same time that you're using like either a toaster oven, or you can put in like the regular oven and stuff like that. Yeah, so see, I think this is super cute. I think it's gonna be like a super cute bracelet. And let me show you more or less what the bracelets look like. So this one is quite cute. This one actually has like a really cute elephant. um I don't think I've listed it yet. But yeah, it has a cute little elephant bead that I found. It's super soft. I'm hoping that it's just plastic. Hopefully somebody, I'll get it checked out. It might be ivory, so I'll get it checked out first, and then if it's ivory, then it'll just stay with me. But if it's not ivory, if it's just like some sort of acrylic, which I hope it is, then I will post that. And oh, so that I should also show you. So all my bracelets come with this thing that I call the magic wand, and so basically it's just like an attachment that you can use to help you close the bracelet, and then you can unattach it and then just leave behind. This also can help you, like for example, if you're trying to put on a necklace and it's you're having a hard time, that helps you because it extends it a little bit, and then once you close it, then you just remove it and then put it on the side, and then you can use it for any other jewelry that you need to have like clothes and stuff like that. So yeah, and yeah. So anyways, well, I appreciate you guys staying around. My goodness, yeah, I hardly have like any folks stay here and I just do my art in the middle of the night because I work through the night. Usually, my bedtime is about 5 in the morning, and then yeah. So usually, I will be painting. I do paintings. I also do the, like I said, the bracelets and the necklaces. What else have I been doing lately? So I volunteer also on Wednesdays and Thursdays. Although today I didn't go in because so I volunteer at the Helping Hand locally, and my areas that I work are greeting cards, uh, gift wrapping, which is why I buy all kinds of the gift wrapping, uh, uh, and paper, gift wrapping paper, and then also my areas are the Barbies. And so usually when I do Barbies, I just put them out for $1. I had tried to convince them that we should look to see, what the Barbies are worth and stuff, but and then price accordingly. But what their Helping Hands wants to do is like provide a service, so they want to provide toys for the kids, and so kids should only have to pay $1 for the Barbies. So yeah, so sometimes they're like super historic Barbies, and they're there for $1. Um, one time I did buy a bunch of them, but not the super rare ones, just like random ones. But only because I'm working on like Swan Lake. No, not Swan Lake. Nutcracker. I'm working on the Nutcracker with like Barbies, and so making tutus and all like the little costumes for the Barbies. It's gonna be super cute. So yeah. So I also do like I used to be able to sew and stuff. Now I don't do that anymore because I'm liable to sew my finger, and I did once. I mean, I know it sounds gruesome, but no, I mean it happens, But even people who can see really well, I mean, sometimes they get, you know, accidents happen. So yeah, so when I get into situations like that, then I lose my privileges and I can't do it anymore. Yeah, so hey, Unpack Collectible, thank you for coming in. I appreciate you being here. Just taking a look, see what we're up to. So I'm just making beads. Hopefully you're able to see what they look like. So they all have a different shape, a different design, and so that's gonna be super cute because so yeah. So when I do the bracelets, I try to use that the design of like threes. So like so I'll have like three of these, and then I'll have different kinds in there. Um, yeah, so I try to have them be different so they're not exactly the same. They have the same colors, sometimes more or less the same shape, but yeah. So I'm not gonna use them all for one bracelet. Um, I use them on different things. Hey, Christy, come on in. Hey, Timeless Wonders. Appreciate you guys stopping in, seeing what we're up to. And yeah, so I'm surprised that you guys are up this late because, like, what? It's midnight already, like in the East Coast. I wonder if all of you guys are West Coast folk. I am in Mountain Time, so right now it's 10:17 my time, so it's not super late. Um, yeah, but I thank you guys for coming in and thank you guys for sticking around. Yeah, I'm so thankful to Jen for the raid. Oh my gosh, I'm so excited. Super unexpected. Like I said, I just came on because I'm trying to develop a routine for myself. And usually on the days that I go volunteer, I'm so wired. It's like, yeah, because it's super positive. It's all about positivity there. And so, you come home and you want to do stuff. Yeah, so I'm trying to, yeah, so that's why I try to go on Wednesday. It helps me release like the excitement that I have, and then hopefully it allows me to sleep. Yeah, so yeah, my sleeping patterns are like way off now. And so if you don't know me, I did have an accident like 3, 4 years ago, and that's how I lost my eyesight. So it's so it's a challenge because just trying to learn how to navigate and stuff, and not being able to do the stuff I used to be able to do before. I think it would have been different if I had lost my eyesight at a younger age, because then I probably would be much more able to adapt, maybe. But even so, like what I told my mentor, because I was doing chemical engineering. So what I told my mentor is that, like, I'm glad that the accident happened after I learned engineering, because I was able to approach it like trying to find a solution, and um, like like almost running experiments until I figured it out, how to do stuff. And so yeah, that's kind of how I approach life. Anyways, yeah, you have to laugh at yourself, because yeah, so sometimes things happen and you just have to laugh about it, because ain't no sense of like getting sad about things. So this one, I think I cut them kind of small. I definitely feel they're kind of small. So I'm gonna try to just basically squish them together and then make one out of it. So that should be pretty cool. We're almost done. And so once I'm done with these, what I'll do is I'll put them in the little toaster oven at 230 degrees Fahrenheit for 30 minutes, and then they'll be ready to go for the next time I make a bracelet. Yeah, and so yeah, and they hold their shape. So like the little hole that I make in the middle, it'll hold, which is fantastic. Not all clays do that. Well, at least not not all the ones that I use. Yeah, and so like I learned how to do a lot of sort of crafts and stuff through the Girl Scouts. I worked with the Girl Scouts for a very long time, and so yeah, so we also learned to use air dry clay through the Girl Scouts, and what else did we do? We did knot tying. Yeah, I know. It's just like learn how to bake. I baked. What else did we learn how to do? Silk screening. Yeah, and then the sewing and stuff like that. That I learned from my mom. Yeah, she always worked. She's an amazing seamstress, and she when I was growing up, she worked making samples for like a fashion designer, so that like he would come up with like some design, and then they put it together or whatever, and then my mom would make the samples, so that they send them to like all the houses that did the sewing, because like fashion designer wants to create like 20, at least at that time they used to use people in the US and stuff like that to do that. So they send them to different factories to get it done. But now they probably just send it to like some other country, right? But back then it was a little different. So yeah, that's what my mom did. And so since she didn't speak English, I would go with her on the weekends to translate. And probably through osmosis or something, I learned, hey Dee Dee, welcome in. I appreciate you being here. Yeah, probably through osmosis, I learned how to sew. And yeah, and so, you know, I'm thankful for that, because I've never had to like walk around with like a torn shirt or something. And then also, like, if there was something that I wanted as a kid or whatever, yeah, because I started doing, going with my mom on the weekends, like when I was like 13. So, I mean, I kind of started working around the same time. And so when there was something that I wanted and I couldn't afford to get it, I'd make it myself. Yeah. So then, I feel like throughout we we kind of learn to sort of survive, that thing they call grit or whatever. It's kind of like, yeah, you just kind of have to have it to be able to survive. So I grew up, like I said, in South Central LA. My parents registered us to go to school. Hey, Eddie, come on in, and I appreciate you being here. With a different address, so we went to high school we weren't supposed to, but otherwise we would have been like the school that I was supposed to go to was Jordan High School, which is more closer to like Watts in LA. But anyways, yeah. So yeah, I went to school in Huntington Park, and then luckily at Huntington Park we had a really good college counselor, and she helped us figure out how to go to college and all that good stuff. So while I was going to college, I was able to also, make my own clothes and stuff like that. And they didn't look like I just made them or whatever. they look they look well done. Yeah, but nowadays, fashion designers or whatever, they just send production to some other country and stuff. So yeah, yeah. So right now we're just making. This is actually the last bead. Um, so you came in at the tail end, Eddie. So yeah, so I'm making beads for a bracelet. So the idea is, let me bring you the ones that we did make. I don't know if you can see them. So I wanted to make really colorful ones for the Carnival of Color coming up. And yeah, so I'll be making a couple of bracelets that are super colorful, super fun. This is definitely the month to do these. And yeah, they're so hopefully they'll be cute. And these are the ones that I had already made. So these are already baked. So these are already hard. Yeah, and so when you make or when you work with this kind of clay and stuff, you're supposed to wear gloves and stuff so that it doesn't get onto your hands. Because I don't know if you can see, my hands are colored. But for me, feeling that yeah, it's a lot better if I can feel what I'm working with and stuff. So yeah. Hey Robin, come on in, come on in. Thank you for stopping by. So yeah, so pretty much we're done for right now, and um, yeah. So now what I'm gonna do is I'll basically use parchment paper. This is not actually parchment paper. It kind of looks like it. This is the paper that we use to package the paintings with, so that they don't, something doesn't happen to them or whatever. But yeah, but they look very much like parchment paper, so I kind of used it because that's what I have closest to me in the art studio. But then when I cook these, basically, I'm gonna go ahead and put them on parchment paper, separated. They don't expand or anything, but you don't want them to be touching because they'll um, dry together, and basically yeah, so they'll stick together forever. um, yeah, so then you just sort of separate them, put them in there, super simple, no big deal, 230 degrees Fahrenheit for 30 minutes at least, and it just dries them out. And once they're dry, then basically they're just hard. It's like a hard plastic. Super cool, super easy, very simple. And then you can go to town with like different using different colors, different textures. There's little molds that you can use and stuff. Yeah, this could be like a lot of fun. So if you're looking for like some like hobby to do, this would be fantastic. I mean, obviously if you have time. Yeah, and also this is great for the kids that are right now like they're on vacation and stuff. Yeah, like my nephews, I have so they're like 10, 8, 10, 8, and 6. Yeah, they love to use these. So yeah, so definitely recommend this project for little ones. But that they definitely need to be wearing gloves when they use this because they will put their hands in their mouth. Anyways, all right. So that's pretty much all we were doing today. I appreciate you being here. If you're not following me already, do follow me. And also, uh, oh yeah. So it's just polymer clay. There's let me see if I can find one that has the whole name on them. Oh, here. Yeah. So this is the first social activity that we did in my dorm when I was doing undergrad at Berkeley. um, I went to Stern Hall, which was all female dorm, and the first social activity was making beads from this. And so yeah, thank goodness we did, because now I get to use it all the time. And my beats are not as perfect as they were back in the day, but I think they're just as cute. They're nice. Anyways, yeah. So it's this female polymer clay. Appreciate it, yes. And then also there's like, once you get into it, if you really get into it, you're still here, Jen. What? Oh, I'm so glad. Yeah. So then you also can go to town with all the little tools. There's also little molds that you can use. So like, instead of like making the beads like this, you can also like press them into molds, and depending on like, you can make little, oh, it's like, it's a whole thing. Like, you could really get lost in here. Like, you could go down the rabbit hole. Luckily, I just use it every so often, and I am gonna try to use it up because it does dry a bit. So once I open it, then I put it into like these little baggies that I use for other kinds of beads. I don't know if you can see. So they're like, they're not Ziploc bags because they're not the same brand or whatever, but it helps it, or putting it like in an airtight container, you definitely helps. So yeah, so yeah, pretty much. So we're done. I do wanted to invite you to come back for the raid trains this weekend. I will be taking part of the red, white, and blue. 15 minutes. I know. Like I had last time, I said I'm not gonna do it again because, like, yeah. But I happened to be, I happened to be right at the time where there were signups. It's like, okay, it's a challenge. I think I can do it. So yes. And then after that, I am part of the Man Cave She Shed raid train, and that should be super fun. I love being on Mary's raid trains because she always has such creative ideas, and they're very like different. So it's not like, anyways, yeah. So hopefully you guys can join us for that. I know that Puri and Nena and Jaime are putting together the itty bitty train, which is fantastic. I was trying to get rid of all my itty bitties that are breakable because I am having a lot more accidents with the glass. So I will not be purchasing any more glass or breakables from you guys, but we'll be looking for acrylic and lucite, most definitely. Anyways, thank you guys so much for stopping, for staying with me, for keeping me company as I make these beads. And then hopefully you'll like the final product um, once I actually cook these and put them into production and put them into bracelets or necklaces. Thank you guys. Thank you, Jen, for the raid. Thank you for purchasing the rose. I appreciate it. I can't wait for it to come to your home, and hopefully it will make you happy to see it, because then you'll remember that you were super kind today and you're appreciated. So yes. All right, guys. Thank you guys so much. Besitos. Good night. Let's see. Well, yeah, I probably am the last one. Oh no, I think there might be more people lives. Yeah, let's see. Who knows? Let me just find my way back. I wonder if there's people who are on right now. More and more. Oh, what? Muska is still on. Let's go read her. I think she's the only one, right? All right, bye, guys. What?